Hello my gorgeous Leos, I'm just going to adjust this slightly. Hey yo, how are we doing? Thank you very much for joining me, Lorien with Wellington Witch, and looking at your October 2020 reading. I'm going to be maybe having some different cards. I'm not too sure, every reading's different so far, but this is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, so if you do want a complete picture of your main three, just have a look at the other videos that are uploaded onto the channel. Okie doke, let's see what's going on then for you guys. For some reason, and I don't know why, I want to say happy birthday. So whether you have a Leo rising or you have something like that and it's your birthday in October, happy birthday. Or if you're celebrating a loved one's birthday, happy birthday to them. It just feels like, I don't know why, it was just a happy birthday. So obviously it's not Leo season anymore. So I don't know why that was coming through. Okay, so discontent and boredom. This is not the first time this has come out. This is actually something that seems to be a major theme with those who like to be active. Just move that back slightly. So with this, I would imagine that you're somehow dissatisfied with an area of your life coming up here. Recognition and reward. Okay. And then we have fertility. And then we have fulfillment of wishes. Okay. So for some reason I'm getting the feeling that you're getting bored of waiting. I'm just going to tilt this slightly so you can see them all there. Yeah, you're getting bored of waiting, and I do not blame you in the slightest. For me, the Four of Cups is about sort of apathy and just feeling a little bit like you are stuck in the mud a little bit. You're not really getting anywhere. So yeah, I do understand the discontent, the boredom. However, there is a beautiful rainbow coming over here, and I think that if you just looked at something the right way, you may see this month that maybe the prep that we've all been having of just kind of waiting and sort of lingering and not really being very productive in some respects. Everyone has different levels of production, and I think that some people, this current situation has been hitting people hard. It just means that, if you have felt a little bit dissatisfied, if you have felt a little bit, I'm not doing anything worthwhile, this is going to change. It could also be that there's something niggling at you. I'm getting, for some of you, this isn't just I am bored. This is something that's niggling at you. There's a purpose that you're not quite fulfilling, and you are recognizing that in some form. But I feel like it could be your psychic energy that's doing this. You're actually noticing more what this is as October goes by, because the veil is thinning, and I think that you're actually going, oh, hang on a second, there's something coming up here, there's something kind of building around me. And I feel like you are due some success and reward. You are due recognition. And this is the Three of Pentacles. So this is kind of like teamwork and collaboration. So I do feel that maybe this is tied with each other, because there's a theme of something niggling at you, maybe boredom in the same line of work all the time, or you're bored with the same conversations with your friends all the time, or there's something about your situation that just feels like, oh my gosh, I just really want things to change. This is the recognition that it is actually going to change, followed by the Empress and then the Nine of Cups. So you are going to get the recognition you deserve, the reward you deserve. They may not be tangible, physical. It may not be like a plaque for the wall. It may be something like a spiritual reward. You may suddenly be inundated with opportunity. You may suddenly have the answer to a question you've been asking yourself for years. You may suddenly have a really big burst of self-identity that is then able to carry you forwards. I feel like in these areas, and the Empress is going to be giving you abundance of the senses, abundance of who you are and how to incorporate that into your life and how to really take charge of it in a way that maybe you haven't found before. Like, I'm not saying you're out of control, but I just mean that there's something about taking control here in a different way, being in charge, being like a higher level as to what you've already been, because you finally get a reward for the stability, for the constant work that you've been doing. You may be bored to tears with it. But now you're suddenly getting some reward for your efforts, some reward for how you're manifesting things, or how you've been trying to manifest things anyway. But if there's anything that you've been like, I don't like it, I don't appreciate this, I don't want something from this person, that's going to change now. That's going to move into a different area for you. So I'm really, really pleased to see that kind of level up almost. So let's just have another card here and see. Yeah, moving on. So this is a brilliant card. This is basically getting everything you need. You're finally away from discontent and you can move forwards. Moving on though, it does mean, like, some of you, you're going from a period of feeling like the falling leaves. It's actually going into green. You're going into a different phase now, and it's actually true because Southern Hemisphere, Northern Hemisphere were both in the transitional phases, the seasons. So spring, autumn, it's emerging into something new. It's transitioning into the next phase. It's either coming out of a sort of a dark place and finding something more fitting for you, or it's just leaving what is not necessary behind and emerging into something that's much more beneficial for you. And I do think that this maybe starts with the full moon. Yeah, full moon in Aries on the 1st of October. Now this is going to be in your 9th house of philosophy. If you are Leo rising, I should say. This is going to be in your kind of house of philosophy, wisdom, travel, higher education, cross-cultural relationships, learning how you apply your thinking to the world. Obviously the what's over here? What's over here? The constant asking questions, basically. So you may be constantly asking questions of yourself that you feel very annoyed that you can't answer. Excuse me. But you will be answering them the more you go throughout the month, because we have the 9 of Cups here. So this 9 is things coming to fruition and coming to a certain area for you. So you feel like you can actually answer those questions now. And like I said before, that'll actually give you much more whole. That will give you more of a sense of purpose, I think, in the next few months. Not just October. It is going to be the next few months. And this is like the start of you moving on. It's not just all kind of contained to one month. This is actually you physically seeing the changes coming in here. And we do have Mercury going retrograde in the middle of the month, right around, I think, the new moon in Libra. So Mercury goes retrograde in Libra, as does the moon. Well, no, the moon is in Libra. So this will probably be mostly centered, again, if you are Leo rising, this will be mostly centered in your 3rd house of communication. So this will be the mind, thinking, social activity, interests. So you'll probably be looking at your communication with other people, asking questions of them even. And I do feel like there is a celebration this month. I'm still seeing the celebration, like happy birthday. So I don't know whether this is something to do with friends, family, anniversary maybe. It's just coming through as an anniversary of something. Alright, let's have a look and see. Okay, I don't know where this has come from. I just got the name of Christopher. So if any of you know Christopher, yeah, maybe that's something good for you. Deception. Okay, someone is marrying a false mask in this relationship. This isn't just a romantic relationship, I have to stress. This is also applicable to other people in your working relationships, friendships, even neighbours. So just be careful. And maybe this is why you're feeling a little bit discontent. You feel like something's not quite right. And I think it's because you know something is being a bit deceiving. It's not as it should be. And I think that's kind of you understanding that there's something missing and there's something that's not quite slotting into place. Not to say that somebody is going to do you dirty. It could even be you deceiving yourself, saying I'm not worth this, or I'm not worth this opportunity, or I'm never going to get it, or just, pulling the wool over your own eyes. The next one is playfulness. Okay, so to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So again, I think you're actually going into the fertility of the Empress. It's not meaning that you're necessarily going to get pregnant or anything. It just means that there's an abundance of the senses coming through. There's a feeling of I can belong, I can play, I am light, I am abundant, I am feeling so blessed, and just having fun with the month if you can, because I know it's been really hard, but it just feels like on a universal scale, it's hard. On a global scale, it's hard. But we all have our own personal energies to deal with as well. So for some of us, we're probably dealing with it better than others, depending on how equipped we are. And I think that's going to show this month. And you're probably going to go into a higher phase. Let's see what's coming up. With the moon cards for my darling Leos. Okay, so one that wants to come up here. Oh! Hello, this has been on my altar for, well, since the Virgo moon actually. So you are good enough. If you have had any doubts, if people have been telling you otherwise, please ignore them. Please ignore your own inner saboteur as well. You do not need to listen to that. That is deceiving. That is telling you false information. Hold your vision. So again, I think if you stick to your guns, you probably start to see a change. And if you have an answer to your question, if you have suddenly this rush of blessing and energy, and wow, this is actually falling together pretty well, I think you'll start to see that actually sticking true to who you are and staying very true to the essence of you, my darling Leo, you're going to actually get out of this okay. There's something that I just feel like this is a rough patch. This is something that's maybe been a little bit wobbly in your life. I'm seeing a bumpy sort of surface. So maybe if there has been some kind of issue, you're actually going out of that now. You're feeling a lot more like, okay, I can see the end of the road. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I am me. I'm holding my vision. I do have this future in mind. I'm going to damn well go for it. And I think you'll start to see this coming through very much around this time this month. It just feels a little bit like other people may be the problem, not you. So just kind of focus on yourself, let other people have whatever crises they need to have, and then just kind of focus on your own road. But I hope this helps you, my darling Leos. Do let me know in the comments below what October brings for you. Wishing you all the very best of luck. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll speak to you very soon.